dreams and goals necessary and integral part of everyone in this particular life. So I'm going to give you a more insight view about this particular topic, what I rightly call it as dreams and goals. I'm sure all of you are able to see the PowerPoint presentation.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You're able to see, right? That's good. Fantastic.
Yeah.
All right. So that's what my first slide is all about, what we call it as dream big. Now, before I venture into the inner aspect of what exactly you mean by dream and what exactly you mean by goals and how do we proceed towards it, let me tell you one thing, that everyone in this on this beautiful planet Earth have got our own goals and dreams. Of course, the goals and dreams may differ from person to person. It can be a personal goal, it can be a professional goal, right? But these dreams are actually at the center of what exactly you people are as a human being. It is the core essence of who you are as a person and the very purpose of you being on this particular earth. Let me tell you one thing, that you are all gifted with a set of dreams and talents in the hope that you would act out these passions, follow your dreams, and move forward in your life. It's very pity, if you try to recollect your childhood, I have come across that quite good number of people who are telling that, you enjoy your childhood, you stop dreaming, you stop actually dreaming and start living your life. I mean, I felt over a period of time, it was the greatest mistake that has actually committed. According to me, living itself is a dreaming actually. And this is exactly why we are on this particular universe, to pursue our dreams, to ensure that the dreams that we actually dreamt about should come into reality. And let me tell you, it is because of my own dreams that I become a better person day by day. A better person, a happy person, and probably shining, very brightly. I'm not comparing, but then shining very brightly like a sun, because your dreams comes true over a period of time. And as I told you in the previous session, that why can't the world be a better place because of me? So because of all this, you are actually lightening up the lives of so many people around you. And suppose if you decide to forget your dreams, which you should not do according to me, let me tell you very honestly that you become like a plant without water or sunlight, right? You basically beg for water and your life becomes miserable, right? So please do not abandon your dreams if at all you have it, right? Your dreams is actually the reason for the way you people are. And let me tell you one more thing. Your dream is not a coincidence. Please understand, your dream is not a coincidence. It's a dream. A dream is who you are actually. You should pursue your dreams. Your dream is actually the meaning of your life. A very important quote, and very well said by a person by name Thomas Jefferson, that nothing can stop the man with the right mental attitude from achieving his goal, and nothing on earth can help the man with the wrong mental attitude. And this was the focus of discussion day for yesterday, when I said that, you lift your attitude, you actually lift your life. Now, there are three important things. Purpose comes first, followed by dreams, and followed by goals. And over a period of time, you will come to know a thin line difference between dreams and goals, as rightly said by Dr. Sudhir sometimes back. The wisdom of principle of planning is actually vital to the true success and achievement, right? Planning is extremely important in our day-to-day activities. Planning actually ensures that we are able to focus upon a worthy goal or dream, and not only focus, remain focused until the completion of that particular dream or a goal. Planning is right at the beginning stage of all noteworthy and great accomplishments in this particular life. So once we have the planning in place, the first thing we need to have is a dream that is a vision for our lives. And once we have dream, We need to develop a vision plan, and vision plan to achieve that particular dream is nothing but goals, right? So that's what I have said. We need to develop a vision plan, which is also known as goals, as to how we will reach the fulfillment of our dreams one step at a time. The greater the vision, the more elaborate the goals will be in our life. Dreams are like stars. You may never touch them, but if you follow them, they will lead to your destiny. Right? It's exactly true. Now, this is what is one of my favorite statement. No amount of misfortune can ever diminish your dream even by 1%. Now, I'm damn sure if I ask this question to the audience who are listening to me, that how many of you here have dreams? I'm 100% sure every one of you will raise your hands. But sometimes some of you might be a little bit uncomfortable in telling what exactly is your dream is. Some of you might be uncomfortable in telling your dream to others. You may probably think, why somebody should know my dream? What is so significant about that person, and what way he is going to help me to achieve my dreams? The point is not that. The point is, the question is that where are your dreams? Now, if I ask you this question, everyone will say the dreams are here, in my head, in my brain. But let me tell you one thing. If your dreams are here, it will go to the graveyard. You will be buried along with your body, with your dreams. Actually speaking, dreams should not be here. Great personalities across the world have said, dreams should always be written on a piece of paper. In fact, it will be a good if you follow something like have your own dream book. You have your dream book, write your dreams in that particular book, and then keep it in a prominent place at your residence. Maybe, in your bedroom where you always spend most of the, time. The reason is why it should always be in front of you. The dream book should be always in front of you, which will always help you to remember, hey, this is what I have written, and I have to achieve this particular goal. I have to achieve this particular dream. Increase the size of your dream every day and spend the rest of your life chasing after it. Now, 5 common reasons why actually people have trouble identifying their dreams. I have come across, quite good number of times I have taken this session to various colleges. I have addressed the faculty members. I have addressed the students community. And some of them say that they don't have dreams actually. I actually don't believe to a very large extent. But then over a period of time, I have analyzed and I came with 5 points as to why people have trouble in identifying their dreams. The first one is some people have been discouraged from dreaming by others. Right? So I have some dreams, and then I spend some time in discussing that dream with my close friend or somebody else, and then that person discourages me and says, hey, Guru Prasad, these type of things are nonsense. It's all bullshit. The dreams will not work. You just enjoy your life and all those things. So we get easily carried away from people in this world. Correct? We get discouraged. That is one of the reasons why people don't identify their dreams. Second, some people are hindered by past disappointments and hurts, right? See, I have dreamt something and then I could not achieve it. So I feel disappointed. I feel bad about it. Right? Also, I feel bad when I see somebody else who has dreamt something in his or her life and then they don't achieve it. Right? So these type of past experiences will demotivate me from identifying a dream. But please believe, failure is the price we must pay to achieve success. Third, some people get in the habit of settling for average. If you try to recollect my day for yesterday's session, I had told that something called as aim. How high you should aim in your life. And if you are aiming at stars, please do not compromise on rooftops. And that's what I precisely said. And some people have habit of settling for average. Let us say, for example, an engineering student studying in a particular semester, his dream is to get first class with distinction, right? Maybe, in our university over here, 70% and above, we actually call it as first class and distinction. And that is the dream of a particular student. And then he lands up getting, let us say, 69%, which is a first class. And he says, I'm extremely happy because I got 69%. So you're happy settling for the average. And when we ask him or her, what is your dream? He says, my dream is to get first class distinction in the forthcoming semester. And let me tell you, if the whole idea is to get first class distinction in the forthcoming semester, then why are you compromising? Why are you settling for anything less than 70%? For anything less than first class with distinction? I mean, that's absolutely not accepted. Then where is your dream? If your dream keeps on getting fluctuated, then I feel better you don't write your dreams and you just say, it's okay, fine, whatever percentage I get, that is my dream. That means you are actually telling your dream after you have achieved something in life, which is not actually correct. Some people lack the confidence needed to pursue their dreams, right? As I said that, my dream is to get first class distinction, but I'm extremely confident, I'm not very confident that I'm going to get that particular percentage, right? So what is extremely important for you to pursue your dreams and ensure your dreams come true, you need to develop self-confidence, right? And the last one is some people lack the imagination to dream. It's very pathetic. Out of all 5, the 5th one is very pathetic according to me. I have come across when I ask some people, hey, tell me one dream of yours. I have seen people telling or answering me that, sir, I am unable to understand how should I dream. They don't have that imagination of dream. They lack that imagination of dream. And I cannot dream on your behalf. Please understand that, right? You have to dream. It is your dream. It's your goal. It's a burning desire that comes within yourself. Please understand. So a thin line difference between goal and dream is in front of you. A goal is something you set up for yourself in life to achieve success. However, a dream is something lot bigger. Means what? You can set up goals to achieve your dreams. So dreams slowly will take you towards your, goals will slowly take you towards your dreams. So a goal is actually set by the mind. However, a dream is determined by the heart. So let us understand this thin line difference of dreams versus goals. As I told, that goals are the plan of action that we set to chase our dreams. They are the pathways that defines intention of what and why a particular action needs to be done, right? Goals have objectives that actually require focus and dedication to accomplish something in life. Please understand, a goal is purposeful. A goal is purposeful. On the other hand, dreams are wishes. They are actually called as fantasies and imaginations, which are intangible. They are desires, thoughts, and emotions that pass through our mind. They are imaginary and subjective, and goals are ambitious, real, and objective in nature. That's the fundamental difference between dreams and goals. To make things more clearer, I'll just run through this slide. Goals take work. On the other hand, dreams can happen while you are asleep. Goals have deadlines. Dreams are just that, they are dreams, right? You just say, I want to build a Taj Mahal to my girlfriend, right? I mean, that's fine. That's a dream. But goals are deadlines. So you need to basically have a deadline with your goals. Only then your dreams comes into reality. I'm going to focus more on how to basically go ahead in setting the goals. Goals must have a timeline. That's what I have said. Dreams can go forever. Goals have measurable results. Dreams don't have any level of accountability. I just say I want to build a Taj Mahal to my girlfriend, and then nobody is going to take account of that, right? It's just a dream that will be there in my dream. I don't work towards that dream, and I just go and lie in the graveyard over a period of time. Goals must have a specific outcome. Dreams can inspire you. Goals can change your life. Dreams can bring you motivation. And the last one is, goals require hard work. Dreams just require your imagination. So my dear participants, just ensure that you have your goals in place and achieve dreams, whatever you have dreamt so far. So my simple suggestion here is wake up, stop dreaming and take action, and stop that noise of mediocrity, right? Because mediocrity is unacceptable. Let me tell you, I repeat, mediocrity is just unacceptable. Why goals are actually important, right? Now, after listening to this extent, you might realize, you might have this question in mind as to why these goals are important. You know, a couple of years back, maybe 2+ decade for all those who are students, and maybe more than that, people who are listening, they know that already I know we are born on this earth, and then why suddenly after spending so many years on this beautiful earth, somebody is now telling why goals are important. Why I am not aware of these things earlier? I don't have an answer for that. But the fact is this, that you need to understand why goals are important. The first thing is goals gives you a focus, right? It gives you a focus. Just imagine you are asked to shoot an arrow, right? Without being a target. Where will you aim actually? If you recollect the mythology story of Mahabharata, where, you know, when Dronacharya, the guru of Kauravas and Pandavas, was actually giving training to the, you know, Kauravas and Pandavas when they were kids, correct? He asked Arjuna what he actually sees on the tree, and then Arjuna says that he could see the eyes of that particular bird. So there has to be a focus. Without focus, where will you go? And I always believe that, you know, I always not only believe, I always tell that if you do not know where you want to go in your life, any road will take you there. Please understand, right? So if you do not have focus, if you are not given a target, or you yourself are not aware what a target is all about, then it is, you know, it's where are you going to aim, right? It is pointless. And according to me, it's a waste of energy and efforts. Please understand this, right? So end of the day, the goals are what gives you direction in the life. And this sense of direction actually, what should I say? This sense of direction is what actually allows your mind to focus on the target, right? And if you aim at nothing in this world, you will hit it every time, right? That's the first thing. Second thing is, goals allows you to measure the progress. Means what? By setting the goals for yourself, you're actually able to measure your progress because you always have a fixed end point. And not only that, you have a benchmark to compare with. Third, goals keeps you unlocked in and undistracted. Means what? By setting goals, you give actually yourself some sort of a mental boundary, right? That means when you have a certain end point surrounding you, you automatically stay away from certain distractions and stay focused towards your goal. And that's what I told in the first point, right? And this process happens automatically according to the research that I have come across, right? So you have to keep locked in and ensure that you are not distracted, right? So that's extremely important. Fourth point, goals helps you to overcome procrastination. One of the sick word in English that I hate is procrastination. Something like you keep postponing your task, correct? In Hindi, some great people have rightly said, kal kare so aaj kar or aaj kare so ab kar. Extremely important. Do not live your life in procrastination, right? Something that, you know, I'm going to do it later, or the sad words in life is something like, if I would have got a little bit more time, if I would have got a little bit more money. They're all sick words in life, sad words in life. So when you set for a goal for yourself, you make yourself accountable to finish the task, right? That's what I always say. Life is not accountable for us. We are accountable to the life, right? And I have told you that we have only one life to live on this beautiful planet Earth. So do not live your life in procrastination, right? And the last reason why goals are important is goals gives you motivation. The motivation to live your life. The root of all motivation or inspiration, you will live you have ever felt in your entire life are actually called as goals. These goals provides you the foundation for your entire journey of life from birth to death. And let me end this slide by making a goal. You give yourself a concrete end point to aim for and get excited, towards your journey of life. How great do you want to be? It's a self-explanatory slide. I've just put it in 5 different parameters: good, quite good, very good, the best in your field, and the best in your world, right? Now, that's totally left up to you how you want to be. Nobody can live your life. Nobody can live your dreams. Nobody can dream for you, and nobody can achieve your goals. It's totally left up to you how you want to live on this particular planet. Now, reasons why people don't set goals. Pessimistic attitude, looking for pitfalls rather than possibilities. A negative attitude, right? Looking for always problems, even if there is a solution that is lying over there. That is a mark of a negative attitude. Fear of failure, thinking, what if I don't make it? I mean, how does it matter if you don't achieve your goal or a dream? At least proceed towards it. At least think on that. Take baby steps and proceed. Chalk out clear plan of action and proceed towards achieving your goal, fulfilling your goal and further achieving your dream. How does it matter, right? Every successful story on this earth is written on the top of stories of failures. Show me one successful person on this earth who has not tasted failure. And if that is the situation, if that is the scenario, I just don't understand why we are afraid of being failed, right? Fail in your life. It's okay. It does not matter, right? Because failing is a stepping stone of success. Fear of success, low self-image. What will happen if I don't achieve my goal? What will happen if I don't achieve my dream? What will my boyfriend think about me? What will my girlfriend think about me? What will my spouse think about me? My teachers think about me? I mean, I have already told you, what you think about me is none of my business, right? So why are you having this low self-image, correct? You are confident about yourself. So proceed as long as you know you are in the right direction. Why are you worried about anybody else on this earth? Just don't worry about anybody. Fourth one is lack of ambition, right? Fear of rejection, what people will say, I've just covered sometimes back. And then procrastination, which I've covered in the last slide. Someday I will set my goal. I don't know, right? If you recollect my day for yesterday's talk, there was one slide which was telling that there are 2 important days in your life. 2 days which are extremely important. One, the day you were born, and the second, the day you discover why you were born. Now, procrastination is something like this. Someday I will set my goal, right? It is quite possible some of you would have not set the goals. And then today, after listening to Group Sir, you say, okay, somehow this guy has told me to set goals. Today evening, I'm going to set goal. Correct. But for what? And some of you may say, okay, he has told, let me spend today whole day, and then aaj wo kaam hai, ye kaam hai, I have to go out, and I have a lot of other personal schedules. I will set my goal tomorrow. What's the use of it? Why this procrastination? And let me tell you, this procrastination will never lead you anywhere in this life, right? And the next reason is low self-esteem. And the last, ignorance of importance of goal. I have seen, on a scale of 1 to 10, I have come across four people who do not understand, who do not give importance of goals in their life. They just say these things are nonsense. It is only available on books. It's nice to talk. It's a philosophical statement. I beg to agree with all of you, with all those people who say that these are nonsense. Absolutely no. Correct. I have my own goals in my life. I have my own dreams, and with my efforts and by God's grace and support from the surroundings, I have achieved quite good number of dreams in my life. I have a couple of more dreams which are there, which I have written in my dream book, right? I'm going to achieve it before I close my eyes. But then I just don't agree that these are all only available on papers. Lack of knowledge about goal setting. That is also one of the important reasons why people are afraid of setting the goals. Now, how the goals should be. Now, this is something what is called as SMART goals, right? So you should have a goal, but what type of goal you should have? You should have something that is called as a SMART goal. Means what? The SMART acronym stands for specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time bound. So let us just spend probably a minute or so on each of these characters of SMART. The first one is specific, right? Now please understand that good goals are not ambiguous. They are very specific. You need to have a clear, concise goal in front of you, right? Say for example, somebody says that my goal is I want to have a better body. Okay, now it's not specific. What do you mean by you want to have a better body, right? I mean, I do have a better body now. So what is it actually? So you should be a little bit more specific, and then you say maybe something like I want to reduce 5 kg. No, I want to reduce 5 kilo in a period of next 1 month. That becomes more specific, correct? So the second statement which I've said, that I want to lose my my weight by 5 kilo over a period of a month, that becomes a specific. So your goal should be specific actually, correct? Don't say I want to complete engineering. No, right? You can complete engineering in 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, 8 years, right? That's the time limit that we are given to complete engineering. But then what is the goal? I want to complete engineering in 4 years. Very, very much better specific goal is I want to complete engineering with a score of 75% in every individual semester. Look at that statement, how your goal becomes specific, right? And then it should be measurable. Means what? Tracking the progress of your goal, right, is an important part of your life which keeps you motivated, right? 75% at every individual semester. Keep track of it. Let us say you are currently in 4th semester. You say, I got 75% in 1st semester, 2nd semester, 3rd semester. Keep track of it and then proceed further. Put same amount of efforts and try to see that you achieve the same 75% over the over remaining semesters actually, right? So it's actually a good idea to always have some aspect of your goal that can be measured and evaluated. Third is called as achievable, right? Now, many people say that, I have a goal, but I'm unable to achieve it. I mean, I don't really believe that actually. You cannot achieve a goal. Now, if that is really true, I would like to know what is your goal, right? What is your goal, right? So far too many people actually fall in this particular trap of setting impossible goals for themselves, correct? So before you actually set a goal, you ensure you should have that vision that this particular goal is something that can be achievable. It may take time, it's fine, but it is definitely achievable over a period of time, right? While impossible goals may push forward for a while, but let me tell you, you land up ending nowhere on this earth, right? So instead of impossible, your goal should be challenging, realistic, achievable. And that is what is the fourth point, what is called as realistic, which is actually relevant goals, realistic goals. Not all goals are worthwhile as others, in the sense that unless your goal is relevant to you, right, to your overall plan of life, it may not accomplish anything. Please understand this, right? And the last one is time bound, right? So something which I told in the specific part, that I want to complete engineering in 4 years with 75% at every individual semester. So that is what we call it as a time bound, right? Effective SMART goals must have a target time attached, right? So rather than, maybe I can give you one more example. Maybe something like, I have a goal of, and the goal is like this. I want to start reading more books, right? That's my goal, right? Okay, fine. Now what is the time bound? I can start reading book from now till I die, till the last day of mine on this particular earth. I keep on reading, right? So it is not a complete goal, a goal which satisfies every aspect of what is called as SMART. So instead of telling that I want to start reading books, I can say I want to complete one book, right? Fully reading, I want to complete one book in next 2 months. That makes some sense. It can be any book, correct? So what is important is the time bound for the realistic goals, right? So always keep in mind that whenever you are trying to set a goal, right, always have these 5 points. The goal should be specific, it should be measurable, it should be achievable, it should be relevant, realistic, it should be time bound. So this is what it is, right? So I have an example of specific. I will exercise more. I will walk for 30 minutes every day. Measurable. How much do I have to do? How many times I have to do? Then you have attainable. Realistic. A simple example of realistic in front of you. I will not watch television. The realistic example is I will not watch television until my homework is done. Makes more sense actually. Then the last one is called as timely, right? So as I told earlier, you should have deadlines for all the goals that you are actually, framing yourself. So some tips for you when considering how to write SMART goals. It's a good idea to write down each of these criteria, right? That is SMART. Write down the criteria for each of this and then write a sentence or two about how your goal fits each one of this. If you can write a goal that fits each of these criteria, you will have a SMART goal that is sure to be much more beneficial than a standard goal. All right, now let me give you a brief about what exactly you mean by short-term goals and long-term goals. Maybe I'll just spend some 2-3 minutes on this, right? A short-term goal is something you want to do, in the near future. Maybe you want to achieve something in next, 3 months or 6 months or probably a year. It can be even a goal for a particular week, right? So the near future, what I mean is it can be a week or 15 days or a month or maximum 1 year, right? Which you want to accomplish, right? Say for example, I want to buy a new television, right? Or maybe, students who are in 3rd year, they can have this short-term goal as, in next 1 month, I want to write a beautiful resume of mine so that when campus placement takes place, my resume looks much more productive, much more professional, and much more attractive, probably in the eyes of the potential employer. Start tracking your budget, or maybe a simple short-term goal can be, I would like to earn a professional certificate through some online courses. Nowadays it is in big demand, correct? So in next 3 months, I would like to complete successfully one particular course, right, from so-and-so agency. And to be very specific, you can also go ahead in telling that I would like to complete a course on, let us say, object-oriented programming, within next 3 months from NPTEL, right? I mean, that is how the goals are actually should be written down. And apart from this short-term goals, the goals which get stretched over a couple of years, maybe, on an average from 3 to 5 years, it can even go for 10 years also, right? They are actually called as long-term goals. The goals that you want to achieve in future, right? They are not something that you want to do or something that you want to achieve within next 6 months or probably 1 year. No, nothing like that, right? Now, say for example, a long-term goal for a student who is currently in +2 standard, right? 10+2, right? His or her long-term goal can be, I would like to graduate from engineering college in next 4 years. I would like to graduate from a medical college in next 5 years. I mean, that's a long-term goal, right? It's fantastic, right? You should have such type of goals. Maybe, what can I say? Buy your own property can be a long-term goal, right? Have good amount of savings, for my retirement. That's a long-term goal. Maybe all teachers who are listening to me, right? You are all having MTech degrees. A couple of you are having PhD degrees, correct? Now, a simple long-term goal for all those who are having MTech degrees or a PhD degree can be, I would like to obtain one more degree, right? Maybe your PhD degree. And why not? All those including me who are having a PhD degree, we can dream of having one more long-term goal and say, obtain another PhD degree. It's a dual degree. I mean, it's worth doing it actually. So this is how basically any goal that you define for yourself with smart characteristics in mind, it should be either a short-term goal or it should be a long-term goal. Now let me tell you a story on this particular goal. Of course, since it's a story, I don't have anything to explain on that. Just please understand and listen very carefully this particular story, right? What happens when you remove ice off your goal? Florence Chadwick learned the importance of keeping a goal in mind on July 4th, 1952. She waded into the Pacific Ocean of Catalina Island and began swimming towards the California coast, 26 miles away. The day was cold and her attendants drove off sharks throughout the journey. Florence had already swum the English Channel twice, and if she could finish today, she would be the first woman to do so. But after 15 hours in the water, for the first and only time in her long-distance swimming career, she gave up and climbed into the escort boat. Others had urged her on, but in the fog, they could not tell her how near she was to the coast. She later learned that she was less than half a mile from shore. What a pity actually, right? And that is what I say sometimes, that quite a good number of people, they quit the race without having a single millimeter idea as to how close they were to the success, right? And that's what happened with Clarence actually, right? She was just half a mile away from the shore and then she quit the race actually. When asked by a reporter why she gave up, Florence replied, "It was the fog. If I could have seen the land, I could have finished it. But when you can't see your goal, you lose all sense of progress and you begin to give up in life." And that's very important. Do not take off sight of your goal. And that's where you come across obstacles. On a warm sunny day, 2 months later, Florence Chadwick swam the Catalina Channel, handily beating the men's record by 2 hours. And this time she did not had her eyes away from the goal. She kept focusing on her goals, and not only she completed the swim, but she actually landed up beating the men's record by 2 hours. Only when she kept her eyes on the shore did she eventually arrive. So today, whatever field you people are in, that's what I would like to give you suggestion, right? You can be you are in the engineering field, you are in the medical profession, you are a chartered accountant, you are an entrepreneur, you are a faculty member, it does not matter, right? You have chosen that particular field. So please do not blame anybody on this earth. If you are in the faculty position, you have chosen it. Nobody has asked you to become a faculty. If you are in engineering, as an engineering student, don't blame anybody else. It is you who is responsible that you have taken admission to engineering, right? Now there's nothing, there's no point in repenting on all these things. Just move forward in your life. So what I'm trying to say you here is, if today, in whatever field you are in, whichever career you are planning to aim, as I told earlier, keep your eyes on your goal, correct? Absolutely. Even now, nothing has happened. You are capable of achieving your dreams by successfully achieving your goals. Let me give you this, an eye-opener. I have extracted this from internet, so it's extremely important for me to acknowledge the source from where I have got it. This is something amazing actually, and it's a real fact that has happened quite a good number of years way back, in United States actually. In 1923, 9 of the wealthiest people in the world met at Chicago's Edgewater Beach Hotel. Their combined wealth, it is estimated, exceeded the wealth of the government of United States at that time. These men certainly knew how to make a living and accumulate the wealth. Attending the meeting were the following men. Now I'll display you the 9 people, the 9 wealthiest people in 1923 in United States who met, for a particular meeting. The president of the largest steel company, the president of the largest utility company, largest gas company, the president of New York Stock Exchange, the president of the Bank of International Settlements, the greatest wheat speculator, the greatest bear on Wall Street, a member of the president's Harding's cabinet, and the head of the world's greatest monopoly. These 9 people, they met in the United States in 1923. That's pretty impressive lineup of people by anyone's yardstick. Amazing, all rich people at that time. But let's examine what happened to each one of them 25 years later. The president of the then largest steel company, Charles Schwab, lived on borrowed capital for 5 years before he died bankrupt. The president of the largest utility company, Samuel Insull, died penniless. The president of the largest gas company, Howard Hobson, he went insane. The president of the New York Stock Exchange, Richard Whitney, was sent to jail. The president of the Bank of International Settlement, Leon Fraser, committed suicide. One of the greatest commodity traders, wheat speculator Arthur Cutten, died insolvent. The greatest bear on Wall Street, Jesse Livermore, committed suicide. A member of the US President's cabinet, Albert Fall, was pardoned from jail just to be able to go home and die in peace. And the last, the president of the then world's greatest monopoly, Ivan Kruger, committed suicide. Now, why? The world's wealthiest people, it was said, as far as I recollect and remember, it was said that the combined wealth of these 9 people was pretty more than the wealth of the entire United States. But the question is, what went wrong? Right? So what they forgot was how to make life. They were all busy making money, but they forgot how to make life. My dear, money in itself is not evil. It is required. It's only a medium of exchange. Money is a needy thing, but it should not be converted to greedy. We don't lose. There's a saying in English, don't lose the sight of forest for its trees, right? You earn money. I'm not against of earning money, but ensure that you have your goal in place, you have your dream in place, both professional and personal. Spend some time with your family members, with your spouse, with your kids, with your brothers, with your sisters. Enjoy this beautiful life. Just don't go behind money. Otherwise, who knows that your situation over a period of time down the line might be any one of these 9 people. So I repeat once again, money itself is not an evil thing, correct? It is just a medium of exchange. So basically what I feel personally is we need 2 kinds of education. And in today's context, success does not come with academic education only. It also comes with, smart education. That's very important. So the 2 types of education that I personally feel that every one of us should have is, the first one is an education that teaches us how to make living. And the second one is the education that teaches us how to live. Right? It's extremely important. If we do not know the art of living life, if we do not know the art of managing money, because I always keep telling that life is all about management of time and money. And if I do not know this, let me honestly tell you, what's the use of the degrees that I'm having? What's the use of the degrees that you people are having? It's just a piece of paper. It's just a passport to the world, but then you need visa to survive on this earth. It's extremely important, correct? It's more than 2 decades that I completed my, graduation and post-graduation, and my, last decade I completed my PhD. Nobody's bothered, from which university I have completed, what was my percentage and all, and it's not required to anybody. The fact is, as long as you are living your life fantastically, helping the society, helping the mankind, trying to do the job for what you are on this particular earth, let me tell you, it's worth living this particular life. with due respect, keep aside all your degrees and marks card. Many of us get so engrossed, get so much involved in professional life that we actually neglect our family, health, and social responsibilities. It happens sometimes. So, with all these things in mind, I think in another 10 plus minutes, I should be able to wind out my session. There are two master questions actually. The first master question is, what will happen if you don't go for your dreams and goals? Now, after listening to me, and probably you would have come across some other sessions earlier also, and then you ask the question, okay, sir, all this is fine. It is good that you spoke about dream, good that you spoke about goals, and everything is fine. But then what will happen if I don't go for my dream and goal? What will you do? I'm not going to dream. I'm not going to write my dreams. I'm not going to achieve my goals. I'm not going to write my goals, first of all. Then where is the question of achieving? What will you do? What can I do? I can't do anything. It's totally left up to you. It's your life. It's your perception. Please live the way how you want your life, right? If you say that I'm not going to, write my dreams, I'm not going to go for my dreams and goals, it's fine. Nobody is going to force you. But also understand the second point. What will it be if you do accomplish your dreams and goals, right? How does the life looks for you when you accomplish your dreams and goals? Let me give you a simple example of how beautiful it looks when you achieve your dreams. Let me give you an example of what I had dreamt about a couple of years back, and how I landed up achieving it actually. I'll just spend some 2-3 minutes on this. This was the dream that I had written when I was doing my PhD actually. I did my PhD in the field of operation research, and I had written my dream in a dream book which says that, I want to do a paper presentation, or probably I want to present my research work in an international conference abroad. And then I started working towards it. I got guidance from my guide who was guiding me for my PhD, and I did a lot of literature survey, and then I landed up writing a paper which I had sent to Hong Kong actually. In 2006, I sent a paper to, I had actually dreamt that by 2007 end, I want my paper to be presented in an international conference abroad. That was the dream actually of mine. And I gave a couple of time to achieve my dream, because I know it's not so easy to write a paper and then it should go to the international conference. And then I sent that particular paper in the beginning of 2007 to an international conference in Hong Kong. I still remember it was a conference organized by HKTS, that is Hong Kong Transportation Society. And I had sent a paper, and I was keeping my fingers crossed, just waiting for the organizers to send me a mail. And then a couple of months down the line, organizers took their own sweet time to evaluate my paper, and probably other papers as well. And then one fine day I received a mail which says that, dear Group Sir, we are extremely sorry that your paper on so and so title has been rejected for these reasons. However, we wish you good luck, and we look forward to see you in the later conferences. Something like this. I felt very bad actually, because I had put a lot of efforts. My guide has guided me properly, and then I was thinking, where did I go wrong? Definitely, if conference of that caliber has to reject my paper, then I would have definitely done some mistake, or probably there was a scope for improvement for me. So what I did is I took back those those remarks or the comments sent by the committee members. I went to my guide and I spoke to him, and he also gave some more suggestions. And then I fine-tuned that paper, studied some more stuff, put a lot of efforts, because I had the dream that I should present a paper in the international conference. And then what happened is, over a period of time, once my paper was once again ready, right, this time I sent to a conference to some other place. And believe me, this time the conference to which I sent a paper was called as IFORS, IFORS, that stands for International Federation of Operation Research Societies. This is a worldwide conference on operation research which takes place once in 3 years. And you know what? It's a week-long conference where you get professionals, only professionals who are working in the field of operational research. Correct? You have students, you have professors, you have deans, you have directors, you have decision makers, you have politicians, all these people who are part and parcel of implementing OR in their day-to-day life. As you know, OR is actually heterogeneous. OR gives solution to heterogeneous problems of this society actually. So this time I had sent a paper to IFOS, and a couple of months down the line, I got a message, I got a mail as a matter of fact, that your paper has been selected. And believe me, the paper which I had written, which should get selected in Hong Kong, got rejected there. And finally, I landed up presenting a paper in International Federation of OR Societies in Johannesburg in South Africa in 2008. Correct? Even though my deadline was I should achieve this dream of presenting abroad in 2007, did not take place in 2007. It's okay. You don't need to feel bad about it. At least I had a deadline which was making me to progress towards that. And then, even though I achieved my dream 6 months late, it's fine. It was worth, because you know what? The best part that could happen in my life was I not only achieved my dream in South Africa, but the day I presented my paper was actually my birthday. I presented a paper in South Africa on July 18th, the day when my dream came true. The day the dream came true was my birthday. And more than these two things, the whole world was actually celebrating the birthday of the great Dr. Nelson Mandela. I mean, what else you want in this life here? Tell me honestly, correct? So just imagine the answer to my second question, how it looks like when you accomplish your dreams and goals. After my presentation, which took place for more than 50 minutes, I just went to the a sort of a place alone in that, what was that? It was Santon Convention Center. And then I just, sat for some time, 10-15 minutes, just to recollecting that. I was so happy that I could achieve my dream in South Africa. Correct? So just go for your dreams, just go for your goals. It's worth living this life actually. So when I look at these two questions, right, the first question elicits the negative pattern, and the second question elicits the positive pattern, right? If I don't achieve dream, if I don't go for dreams and goals, what will happen? It's a pure, mark of a negative attitude person. On the other hand, a positive attitude person will always say, oh, let me dream, man. Let me write down my dreams. Let me work towards it. And let me see how life looks so beautiful when I achieve my dreams. You are the most happiest person on this earth when something you achieve, right? Something you get what you have thought for, right? It can be as simple as even 75% in engineering graduate, what you have dreamt. You see that happiness that you get on your face, it's worth priceless. It's absolutely priceless, correct? And both are equally important, correct? If you say, I don't want to set goal, it's important. And if you say how the life will look like, it's equally important. Right? Because I always say that when you say, I cannot do this, you're right. And when you say, I can do this, you are still right. So choice is yours, right? So you need to keep your mind on what you want and not on what you don't want. Success is not an accident. It's the result of your attitude, and your attitude is a choice. And that's extremely important, right? Because success is a matter of a choice and not a chance. So I'll go back to the first line and say, you need to keep your mind on what you want. And that's what a lot of successful people on this earth have done it, right? As I told sometimes back, that successful stories on this earth is written on the top of the failure stories, right? Some of the successful stories just I can share with you is, Bill Gates, right? The founder of Microsoft. At the age of 19, he thought something, and then he came out with Microsoft, software for microcomputers. A guy who did not graduate, dropped out from Harvard University by studying law, correct, goes to the same Harvard University 3 decades down the line to get a honorary doctorate. What else you want actually, right? Steve Jobs, at the age of 19, he came out with Apple computer, correct? Domino's Pizza, if I'm right, Tom Monaghan, at the age of 22 or 23, he came out with Domino's Pizza. correct? They kept in their mind what exactly they wanted, right? I know, not what they actually wanted, right? So please understand that success is a matter of choice and it is not a chance. So dream big and set your goals, right? Set your goals, make the plan, get to work, stick to it, and reach the goal. They're extremely important. If you can dream it, you can achieve it. That's always my philosophy, my dear, right? If you can dream it, you can always achieve it. So go for your dreams, go for your goals, and I'm sure you'll definitely achieve your dream over a period of time. And you should be able to write your own success stories. Let me tell you once again that no success story on this earth has been written, without a story of failure. And whenever you are on the path of achieving success, you will always taste this failure. And let me tell you, the taste of failure, even though it is bitter, over a period of time, it becomes so tasteful. And that tasteful is nothing but the story of your success. Correct? Any great person you take in this world, the successful story is amazing. And don't read their successful story. Please read their failure stories. Correct? One such very important story I could recollect is that of a person, about his PhD thesis actually. Correct? For all those who have done PhDs, you remember that, we write something called as PhD thesis, and then we have to submit it, what is called as dissertation work. In 1905, University of Bern actually rejected a doctoral thesis, and stating that it was irrelevant, it was fanciful, it was rubbish. Just imagine a guy takes his PhD report and submits to the university, and the university authorities takes that report and throws it in the dustbin, saying that this is the third class, PhD report that we have come across. In 1905, University of Bern. And let me tell you, you'll be surprised. You know whose thesis it was rejected? It was the thesis of Albert Einstein, right? His thesis was rejected by University of Bern, and we all know who is Einstein and what is his contribution to this planet Earth, right? So what I'm trying to say is, if a thesis, if a work of such a great personality on this earth, if his work has to be rejected, then we are absolutely nothing, right? So don't feel bad if you are not able to achieve your goal, correct? Push hard, try yourself, right? Put more efforts, focus, don't get distracted. And that is how, let me assure you, over a period of time, you will definitely achieve your goal. Let me tell you, nobody on this earth can stop you from achieving your goals. I assure you, and I challenge you as well. And hence, let me finish my session with this particular slide. Remember, if my belief is my strength, my commitment is my power, my passion is my key, and my dreams are my breath. I repeat, if my belief is my strength, my commitment is my power, my passion is my key, my dreams are my breath, then nobody can stop me. Right? That's what I tell you, right? So that's what it is. Nobody can stop me, right? I wish you good luck and thank you for your patience listening.
Thank you so much,